And so the central game, perhaps the determinant, the contest on which these last years the whole show has pivoted. For City, the enduring champions, here is the principal challenge. For Arsenal, so voraciously ambitious, it is the nut they are obliged to crack. Savinho gliding gorgeously and playing in. Erling Haaland to complete a dazzling City century. The phenomenon, 100 goals in a flash.
That is
muscle and might, power and poise. Martinelli to drive at Walker and set it back for Calafiori. Oh, it's a beauty! What a strike! What a moment for Ricardo Calafiori to introduce himself to England's big league. City incensed now. This place is boiling. Saka takes, Gabriel's in there! Absolutely unstoppable! A force of muscular nature! And Arsenal lead on the champions patch! Grealish. Kovacic! John Stones takes the acclaim! City are out of jail! And Arsenal are downcast! And this is now beyond fractious! A crazy climax! A furious reaction! The streets of North London. Highbury and Holloway, Haringey and Hackney, N5, N17 and all over the world, not a neutral in the house. There's Dominic Solanke and Son! And Kulusevski was arriving at a fair rate and Raya had to react. Skipping around Porro. Martinelli's cross, Havertz!
the up handball, they're absolutely going mad, the Arsenal players at the edge of the box.
Son. Flicked up by Maddison. Solanke was arching. In by Saka. Gabriel! For Arsenal at Spurs! A monster leap on a monster day in North London. Out of Sao Paulo and into the white-hot, red-hot feel of a North London derby. The end. It's Arsenal. It is Arsenal at Spurs again. Arteta 3 wins in a row on Tottenham turf. A tough one for Ange to swallow. Arsenal did it the tough way. Black beat white. Down the lane, it's Spurs 0. Arsenal 1. Amid this frenzy, imagine if Arsenal 20 years since the last time, if Liverpool in pursuit of the utopian Klopp climax, if either somehow could pull this thing off. Of course we do have a classy champion, not easily to be deposed, but if anyone can, it is very likely one of these. Havertz is on his way here. Alisson stops him, Saka scores! Arsenal obliged and on their way! A day that has to happen for them begins ideally. Here's Gravenberch, here's Diaz. Beyond Saliba, and Shota watched it over the line! It's a mess of a goal. Gabriel may have had the telling touch in amongst a maelstrom of awfulness. Tight, let it bounce. Martinelli showed an interest, and Martinelli rolled it in! Curious, and for Liverpool, catastrophic. How can that happen? Look down and wonder. Liverpool introspection. Arsenal thrill. Trossard is free here. Clear of Elliott. Leandro Trossard has punctured Arsenal. On the streets of North London, they dream their dream. You grin or you grimace. Jurgen Klopp disbelieving. How can that happen? Arsenal are right in the thick of it again. Suddenly once more, Arsenal a principal contender as the wings of the Liver Bird are clipped. In so many ways a peculiar game.
The Emirates is ready, Derby Day in London, although the journey between the two grounds is hardly quick. It's the 55th time the two teams have met each other. On a bad ball, and it's an Arsenal goal, and it's headed in by Gabriel, and that's exactly what they needed. 10 minutes on the clock, Arsenal get the early goal, and it comes from a central defender. Arsenal 1, Crystal Palace 0. Gabriel on the move in the middle. Chris Richards has the job of looking after him again. Corner taken by Saka, right under the bar, and it's another goal from a set piece for Arsenal. It was a brilliant ball in. Gabriel was charging in towards the ball. It's a brilliant delivery from Bukayo Saka. Dean Henderson was nowhere. Flooding forward. Jesus for Arsenal. Over it goes to Trossard. Chance for a third. Gets it! Leandro Trossard's goal drought is over. Arsenal make it 3-0. And that's how quickly they can hit you and hurt you. Brilliant counter-attack from the Gunners. Yeah. Now Martinelli bearing down on goal and scoring number 4. The icing on the cake on a very good day for Arsenal. Here, and here they come again. Martinelli's in again. Fine. It's turning into a rout for Arsenal, and Martinelli bags a brace off the bench. 5-0, smiles on Arsenal faces, and this is getting heavy now for Crystal Palace. Convincing in the end for Arsenal. Arteta gets the win that he wants after the mini break in Dubai, some sunshine on the players' backs, some work on the training pitch, and a 5-0 victory.
We welcome you, one and all, to wet West London. This is Stamford Bridge, and this is one of London's lip-smacking contests. There is always a narrative around Chelsea-Arsenal. It's Sterling's cross. There are screams of handball. And it's a penalty. Palmer rolls it in for the Blues. Sudden but uplifted. Is it beginning to happen for Chelsea? With Palmer through the middle, Sterling getting forward too, and now Mudryk. A beautiful accident for Mikhailo Mudryk. And all of Chelsea embraces him. Okay. He pounced with poise. Embarrassment for Sanchez, uplift for Arsenal. Bukayo Saka, and Arsenal on! A remarkable escape! And there are 6 minutes left to snatch more.